Okay, let us finish off Sparkling Waters. It's not very far from the end now, so we might as well finish it off reasonably quickly. So here we have Dragon Seals? What? Dragon Eels Underwater Grosso, which is such a wonderful, wonderful level. Because of these wonderful dragon eels. Oh, joy. This is the first game where they appear. And they are a pain in the backside. They've got a very similar appearance to Gobblegut from Super Mario Galaxy 2. And they behave similar to the snorkel snakes, as they kind of encircle you and... Let's just say they're very irritating. The cheap lookalikes that we're seeing are called Eep Cheeps. Yeah, I hate this level. It's so much of a pain. The French name of the wonderful dragon eel is Dranguil. Italian is Dranguila. And Portuguese is Dragorea, which comes from dragon, and Morea, which is for a moray eel. So, if you're wondering what a moray was, it's a type of eel. People who will be asking that are the people who have played through Sonic Unleashed, and are just like, what's a moray? No. In rather random interesting facts is that the French name of this level is called Repair de Draguil, so Dragon Eel Repair, which is a very odd name. I mean, it makes sense in the sense that sort of a repair is kind of like you kind of works as somewhere to relax, I guess. But it's a very weird, very weird little thing. I don't quite get it. Now, basically, you've got to get this star coin very quickly, because then these baby dragon eels appear, wonderful as they are, just to torment you. Yeah, I've got a very strong dislike for anything that chases me. Particularly stuff that is huge and circles me, because it's just like, no. Stay away. Although I'm very pleased that the ba chorus stuff has stopped, because that could be incredibly irritating. I mean, it's irritating enough as it is whenever it's just in the standard music, because it's just unnecessary. And it's just like, for God's sake, will you stop it with your ba. It's not fun to listen to. It's not even very funny. It's just irritating. And Nabbit's turned up. Let's catch the little bugger. Now, as well as sort of catching Nabbit, giving you the PA corns, if you want to get every single possible star on your save file data form thing, then you need to catch Nabbit in every single world that he is available to catch in. That sentence didn't quite make sense, but you catch my drift. You need to catch him in every world that he appears in. Which is easier said than done in some of them. I mean, the main sort of way that makes catching Nabbit easier is using, as I've said before, using the star, because then you can literally catch him within like the first few seconds of the level. You do get a particular suggestion to upload a comment to me, but if you can catch Nabbit in the in 20 seconds, I believe. Anyway, let us go and do the secret level before we tackle the castle. Now this is actually a rather fun little level called Skyward Stalk, which is totally not a reference to Skyward Sword, the Legend of Zelda game. It's very subtle, Nintendo, very subtle indeed. Now, I have to say, I do quite enjoy this level. It's just something that's very different. There are no levels like this in the game. So it really does stand out, which is really good. It's always good when a level stands out. The only enemies you will ever see in this stage are the Waddle Wings and Balloon Goombas, so look out for them later on. The French name is Suz au haricot, which basically means addition to beans, which is rather amusing. Now, one thing that sort of this level kind of reminds me of is electroplankton, I believe it is what it's called. There's the level in, well, the stage in Super Smash Bros. Brawl that's got leaves on it like this, that each time you hit them they kind of change colour from green gradually to red and then they drop off. And it really does remind me of that. I'm assuming that's intentional. But, I'm not really sure. Either way. That was just expert piece of platforming. That, however, was not. I have to say there are a lot of Waddle Wings in this stage, like a ridiculous amount. I don't think I've seen so many Waddle Wings ever. And I think that classifies as the worst possible score you can get on a flagpole. Well, you win some, you lose some. Oh well. And now, because we had the rising beanstalk in that level, we have a rising beanstalk on the front of the stage for us. And this can take us straight into World 6 if we wanted to. Obviously that would be a stupid move, because we have an entire 2 worlds to get through before we can go to World 6. That would be stupid. Anyway, it's finally time to take on the castle! After we have been to the Mushroom House first, of course, because we need something to save our lives. Now, pretty much I always use the same tactic in these ones, and it is always just get the toad and don't give a crud what I get outside of that. To be particularly helpful if I checked the number 1 and kept an eye on them, but keeping an eye on 2 is very difficult. Either way, here we have Larry's Torpedo Castle, which is quite cool. It's lots of torpedoes and lots of fire and so on and so forth. You've got dry bones to deal with, rocket engines, skull boxes, torpedo head, which are the torpedoes with the smiley faces on that you can see going at the bottom. There are also super dry bones later on, and the boss, which is Larry Cooper. Now, I do believe... Well, yeah, you can just water up to get that too. Definitely, obviously, easier if you have the Super Acorn, but we don't, so we have to make do without it. Now, I was intrigued by the torpedo... Ah, okay, there's the skull boxes, which reveal torpedo heads. These are the most irritating things I've ever had to deal with in a level. Well, I say that, I'm being a bit mean. They're not that bad. But they are certainly incredibly irritating, and that makes the level reasonably challenging, I guess. So that's good. Torpedo's Heads first appeared in Super Mario World. As is just a lot of stuff in this game. I mean, pretty much sort of the two main... how do I put this? The two main influences are Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World. It's particularly Super Mario World with the connected world map and ghost ship and naming worlds after foods, and also similar kind of world features, and the fact that the levels are given proper names in words instead of just level 1, level 2, level 3. There's also a certain point in World 5 which is very similar to something in Super Mario World. So there's quite a lot to take in from Super Mario World. The boss of this castle, as you probably guessed, is Larry Cooper, who is a crazy dude with blue hair. Apparently, as according to Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, he has a massive interest in tennis. He was also apparently referred to as Bowser's favourite Koopaling. Originally had 4 visible fangs on the top corners of his mouths. Mouths? Slightly worried if he had multiple mouths on his mouth, but now he only has 2. And while many sources claim that he was named after American talk show host Larry King, like all the other Koopalings, Larry was actually named after a musician, Larry Mullen Jr., the drummer of U2. Let's have a look here. Larry's other names are Rary, which is Larry. It's Larry Cooper. Yeah. They're not very different in the names here. Now, Larry's actually the only Koopaling not to receive new artwork for this game, so his new Super Mario Bros. Wii artwork is simply reused, but with updated graphics. Roy's artwork was also recycled, but it was mirrored and altered to have a weapon. So, yeah, so Larry really got the tough end of the stick in this game. Nobody really cares about him. Which is sad, because it's kind of mean to abuse some of the Koopalings like this. Oh well. That is the end of Sparkling Waters. Unfortunately, it's not the end of the water levels, but I guess we have to deal with that. Anyway, now you'd think, oh, let's jump up these wonderful purple mushrooms and, oh, I wonder how we're supposed to get over there. That's a bit mean. Oh, look, there's an airship. I wonder what it's doing. Oh dear, it's picking us up. Yes, impromptu level! The mighty cannon ship. And this is part of Soda Jungle, which is World 5. Now you can skip this level entirely by completing like Blooper's Secret Lair or Piranhas on Ice, or even Skyward Stalk, I should think. So you get to avoid it, which is reasonable, but it's an interesting level. You've got all sorts to deal with. You've got cannons and Mecha Koopas and red skull boxes and targeting Teds and mega cheeps and all sorts. There's really a lot to deal with. What's rather amusing is that the French name for the level is called Ballet de Canon. So this is the Ballet of Cannons, which I have to say is a much more interesting level title than the Mighty Cannon Ship, which doesn't really do much for me. Now, I have to say, getting that star coin is evil. It requires such precision, which is good. This is a general thing that you'll notice me say a lot. Oh look, some red torpedo Teds. Oh, how wonderful. Well, actually no, they're not technically torpedo. Are they? Oh no, these are targeting Teds, because they are red. If they're red, they're targeting you. If they are not, then they're not. No, I do believe that this is the first introduction of mecha sheeps, which is rather not odd, but I'm surprised they haven't done this before. Really? I mean, yeah, this is the first time they have ever appeared, which I'm surprised they really haven't done this idea before, because it works just so normally, I guess. Anyway, if you yes, Bowser Jr. is our boss for this airship. And he likes to use his targeting Teds. Now, good old little Bowser Jr. was introduced in Super Mario Sunshine, and he is voiced by Katie Sagoyan. Which is, she replaces Dolores Rogers, who did Junior's voice for pretty much everything else. So there's not really that much of a difference in the way that they sound, but yes. So Bowser Jr. has been on a interesting little journey in the main Mario universe. Like, obviously he was technically the primary antagonist of Super Mario Sunshine. He wasn't particularly fun, but it still worked. However, when you actually get to New Super Mario Bros., the original, Bowser Jr. is the boss of every single tower. So at least they've stopped they're using him less than they were. Obviously, he returns in Super Mario Galaxy, and he's generally pretty awesome in that. And he kind of fills the same role as he did in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Well, I have to say, he's definitely a lot more well, I can't say much about his previous iterations, but he's certainly very irritating in some of these boss fights. Now, ironically, while the Koopalings were fought on airships in Super Mario Bros. 3 and Bowser Jr. was fought in towers in New Super Mario Bros., the roles were swapped in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, where Bowser Jr. is fought only on the airships and the Koopalings are encountered in the fortress and castle of each world, so they alternated there. Also, Bowser Jr. is never seen as an opponent in Mario Strikers Charged Challenge Mode, despite everyone else being one. Bowser Jr. is also the queen on Bowser's team in Super Mario Chess, which I did not know existed. What on earth? Yes, this is indeed. It was created in 2006, and it definitely exists. And rather bemusingly, I'm on the heroes team. Mario's the king and Luigi's the queen. How bizarre. Doesn't quite make sense to me. Anyway. That's pretty much all I can do for Bowser Jr. Now, I have to say, sort of much like in Super Mario 3D Land, whilst the Tanuki suit helps you in 3D Land, the Flying Squirrel suit helps you a lot in New Super Mario Bros. U. So, generally, try and get it if you can, because it does certainly going to save your ass quite a lot of times. Now, I didn't talk about the Bowser Jr. boss fight when we were here a few minutes ago, so I'll just quickly discuss now. It's not a very difficult premise. It's like pretty much just make Bowser Jr. hit himself. But at least he's getting smarter and realising that sort of we can't just jump on him in when we're underwater. And also the blowing water from the pipes kind of means that we are more likely to run into him. So he's getting cleverer, is our little Bowser Jr. And there's the torpedoed heads. Ah, look at their cheesy grins. If only we could aim them at Bowser Jr., that would be so useful. Now, the thing that I find sort of most amusing is that the boss fight that you saw me do sort of a few minutes ago, that was the first time I'd ever played through the boss, and it was just like, oh my god, I did so well at this. This must be just a really easy boss fight. And yeah, then I do believe I may have lost when I was attempting to get that last star coin. And also this particular version fight against the boss decided it was going to take forever. As well, just because clearly it was just beginner's luck. Oh well, at least he's dead now. And although, yes, technically we could move on to Soda Jungle, we're not going to. We are going to head back and tackle World 4, which is the Frosted Glacier. So, we'll see you there, because that is going to be awesome, I hope. Yay!